Once upon a time, a little boy named Ahmed was happily living with his family in Syria. When he was young, he played a lot of Warcraft 3, Diablo 2, and watched Naruto with his family DVD player. When he turned 19 years old, he went to study IT at college because he loved playing video games and sitting at his PC. But while he's been studying, he was having pretty hard time with math. He still doesn't know how to calculate in WoW and count correct stun reductions. So he was going to drop out of college. During college, he was addicted to WoW. He was playing on private server called WoW Mania. His English was not good at that time, but as time passed he became quite fluent in English with the help of American movies he bought in street markets. At this server, WoW Mania, he used to be really toxic and bully people that were having low FPS. And he also met his first T-girl named Elalala. He really wanted to impress her, so he challenged everyone in PvP to become the alpha of whole WoW Mania server, and he did succeed. But then something unexpected happened. Syria suffered another war in 2011 between Bashar Assad government and Syrian rebels. More than 76,000 people have died in action, so unfortunately Atkrues and his family had to leave home. Atkrues had to leave his lovely and his quite powerful computer that provided the best gaming experience. When Atkrues lived in Sudan, he decided to start playing in private server called Dragon Blight. The nostalgia of old WoW Mania server has lured him into it, when in past he was the alpha of whole server. So that was not this simple. He no longer had his strong PC providing 60 FPS. He used and still uses the shitty garbage laptop where he can barely get 15 FPS in Barons. Also, the server was way more populated. He found out he wasn't the best on his class, but he was barely at average DK skill. So he decided to become the ultimate alpha of Dragon Blight, not by being good at the game but being good at trolling and talking shit in global chat and random pugs. And there was his first ban. Atkrues got banned by Game Masters for the attempt of scam. He challenged some guy to duel for big gold. But then, after he lost 2 duels, he told his opponent they will fight later. But by later he meant never. Unfortunately, that DK he dueled was Game Master and banned him for 1 week. After that, Atkrues created a new account.
This is when I met my future close friend and PvP partner. Atkrues made alt to talk shit about that he was banned for no reason. Ban has expired and I've met him. Unbanned. Playing Death Knight in Valerian. But I didn't even know it's the same guy. After few weeks I've made an alt account and destroyed Atkrues in duel with 3 kgs and 500 resilience. He was never defeated by such lower G's player before, and this was his first time he saw the true power of Preg spec of Paladin. But Dragon Blight sucked as a server. It couldn't release Alder after 6 months of Noxremus. So when this server died I called him out to play on Sunwell. And that was the server that started his autistic career and made him infamous. In case you don't know, but Atkrues during Sunwell was the most toxic shit on whole planet. Poor living conditions in Sudan have affected his behavior so much that he was banned over 20 times with multiple permabans.
الرجاء فك الحظر عني. رسالة اعتذار، نداء صامت. قم بفك الحظر عني من فضلك، أنا أعتذر. مرحبا، أنا آسف لأنني كنت سامة للاعب. مرحبا بالجميع اليوم، لقد تم صرف على الحياة الأبدية.
Those accounts got unbanned by his Game Master friend Crafty. When this server was alive, Atkrues had hard time getting titles since server had hype hop and many powerful PvP players.
But when Trial of Crusader season has came out, the server eventually has lost over 70% of its player base. So that was a big opportunity for Atkrues to get his dream title Gladiator. He was asking and even begging me to play with him each day. So I couldn't say no and helped him get it because I liked my autistic friend. He became Gladiator in 3 vs 3 bracket for 2k rating. When he had it, he took at least 50 screenshots and even saved them in Imgur in case it gets lost or when he wants to link and brag about it. As the time moved on, Atkrues moved from Sudan to Erbil, which was another third world country. We both decided to start on another server called Whitemane, which promised $10k prize tournament. Atkrues was already famous at that moment in Sunwell for his toxic behavior. People knew him from Discord before server even launched. He even got banned from Whitemane Discord too, but I managed to get him unbanned for a short time. He used to fake his Glad title from Sunwell, claiming it's 2,900 on Circle. When Whitemane launched in January, many random people started following him in his PvP adventures. For that he made his own guild called Prominence. He was hanging out with game masters on GM Island every day, they were porting him wherever he wanted anytime. Atkrues became the alpha of whole server just as in his old server WoW Mania. He had their everything in his hands. Some people liked him and have been giving him Whitemane coins and gold for free. But he didn't have one person. Me. His old arena partner who he could get him his massive rating. He was close to transferring to Alliance, but he didn't want to leave his guild or separate it in half. One day, I released video of me abusing quest item which is available for Alliance only. At this time Atkrues finally decided to transfer his character to Alliance. A lot of Horde people gone to Alliance, such as Catpriest, the guy who played another big part in history. It was the perfect time for Atkrues since he lost his job in hotel in Erbil. Gaga, the main game master of Whitemane, was a very rich person living in Dominican Republic while hosting the server in Netherlands. He was pretty chill and told Atkrues that he knows how hard his life is in Middle East. So Gaga promised Atkrues to soon gift him a new, top-tier PC for free because he could afford it. But Atkrues kept playing unfair and behaving toxic, actually pissing most players off.
A few moments later.
Wait, no, no.
Those were the golden times of Whitemane. After all dramas happening with staff changes and clown fiestas during March and April, the server population dropped so bad that we couldn't get any serious arena matches. Meanwhile, Atkrues organized a PvP event in attempt to revive the dying server. But he was absolutely destroyed in front of entire server. Twice.
Bruh. Jesus.
Eventually we have been banned for several reasons by the same person that has been hating us all time. You see, we learned the truth that Azathoth was actually Saint Jimmy. In one day, Atkrues' favorite server became the most hated server. Today, he plays on Black Rock as a Shadow Priest. Maybe because he never was good as Death Knight after all those years. In the end, everyone laughs at his low FPS and shitty laptop.